Want to know the unique condition for Ollie to join the underground fight? This is just the beginning of a legendary tale. Ollie pretended to have some savings, then brought up the surgery with Hazel, but due to his guilt towards his parents, Hazel believed that his blindness was a form of penance. Hazel eventually stopped refusing. He too wanted to catch a glimpse of this rugged yet gentle guy. In preparation for the fight and to ease his guilt, Ollie began his grueling training, completely tireless. He spent every day in the boxing gym, knowing that every injury was a chance to survive. However, on the eve of the surgery, on the eve of Ollie's match, he felt a flicker of fear, not of the fight, but of leaving Hazel. Ollie fell silent, curling into Hazel's shoulder like a lost child who misplaced his candy. And the next day, before the surgery, Hazel was all smiles, looking forward to seeing Ollie, and suggested, "Maybe we should just keep quiet. Where are you off to?" "Go on." Watching Hazel being wheeled into the operating room, sadness welled up in Ollie's eyes. His heart ached a little, then a little more, and then, well, it kept aching just a bit more. Sadness and reluctance filled Ollie's eyes, and according to the rules of the arena, Ollie changed his name, took a car to a strange city, and stepped into the underground arena where his opponent was the top fighter around here, tall and muscular, a completely different league. Even with Ollie's vast fighting skills, his attacks tickled, but his opponent's fists threatened hospital. After several rounds, Ollie slowed. In a daze, he saw Hazel, as if strolling by the sea, hearing his hearty laugh. Companionship like this is rare. How could he quit easily? Ollie struggled up with beastly final effort. He launched a furious counterattack, and ultimately, Ollie claimed victory. But that win didn't sit well with some sore losers, and on his way home, he got hit by a car. Then came the sharp pain. He had promised Hazel he would show himself first, but this time, he might break his promise. The surgery succeeded. Hazel regained sight and saw the stone head prayed for. He also saw the beach from his memories in the long staircase, but the one he longed to see most had vanished from his life. Yes, he regained his sight, but fell deeper into darkness. After a long wait in search, Hazel looked more and more haggard. The only thing keeping him going was the now-grown Semmel, until one day. Subtitles: Hazel received an email, which was a farewell letter left by Ollie. In the letter, Ollie confessed everything, stating that he had been deceived by E. Tears flowed silently down his cheeks. "Did you know? You are my darkness, but also my salvation." A year later, Hazel opened a flower shop with friends, sticking to his promise, rejecting numerous suitors, just to wait for that special someone. One day, Hazel visited a patient in the hospital, unaware that his voice. Subtitle: A man was drawn to him. Turning, it was long-lost Ollie gazing at the beloved face. His sight restored, he looked better, yet avoided Hazel, perhaps out of guilt. Or just his current condition, he couldn't and didn't dare to recognize him. He deserved a better life. Who is this guy? He was sent to England some time ago, looking like he had some serious injuries. Let me see. Hazel approached Ollie, intending to massage him after his arduous treatments. But when his hands touched that familiar back, it felt so right. For a moment, he almost recognized him. He glanced at the record, found an unfamiliar name. Maybe he overthought. Hazel felt down. After a few simple words of advice, he turned gloomily and left, while Ollie slowly opened his clenched fist. He struggled to control his emotions, closing his eyes and letting the tears fall. To avoid disturbing Hazel, Ollie decided to leave the hospital early, dragging his injured right leg. But life is full of twists. And he walked into a flower shop, recognizing the balsam flower and spotting the ring on the man's finger, giving a faint smile. He then turned and quietly took the little turtle that witnessed his meeting with Hazel. Ollie limped back. But around the corner, a dog came bounding towards him, Semmel, the one they had raised together. Ollie was knocked to the ground, and robust Hazel hurried to help him up. But this time, he still didn't recognize Ollie. Ollie's eyes shifted nervously, afraid to give himself away, nodding timidly. He hurried on, and just as he turned, Semmel seemed to sense his sadness howling behind him. No matter how hard Hazel tugged and pulled, Semmel simply refused to leave this place. Soon, Hazel returned to the shop, only to discover that the turtle had completely disappeared from the table. He asked his friends, but none knew anything. In an instant, Hazel's mind raced with thoughts, like a stone sinking into water. He finally realized that whether it was the eyes in the hospital, the earlier evasiveness, or Semmel's odd behavior, all pointed to one result. That man was none other than the Ollie he had longed for. Tears flooded uncontrollably as Hazel rushed down the familiar street, desperately searching for that lost figure. But that person vanished once more. He had been so close, and yet why? Couldn't he recognize him? And how much pain had he endured to become this weak? Hazel couldn't bear to think. After finally cooling down, Hazel began searching for Ollie, but still found no leads. Just when he felt hopeless, he remembered a place on the beach with swings where Ollie had taken out that little turtle and set it in the water. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for our next story.